It was in that phrase, how we do one thing, we do something, how we do one thing, we do everything. And what I'm focusing on is the need to control. Just seeing it. So if we have a need to control in one situation, it's like we have that need to control every situation. And sometimes we feel like we get it, and sometimes we don't. Now, in this case, I'm observing it in another. And I don't know if it is a need to control or if it's something else. Sometimes other things I can see or that I can relate to is a need to be right, to be heard, to be valued, worth, to be worthy. Those are a few other things that come to mind that it could be.
Well, it all comes sort of from the same thing. It's all energy.
Mhm.
Maybe it's all intertwined or connected
Mhm.
to one's
Yeah, it's like a
personal.
web. It's like a web.
Yeah,
Mhm.
when you touch one string, all of them moves.
And it's in the theme of they're doing something to me. They're causing something. They're causing this for me.
Think of what like you described with that oscillation there, that you can be in neutral or you can be moving forward or being pulled backward. It's sort of, but it's all within the in the perimeters of what you're doing.
Mm. So, so much of it makes sense of it. Be right, justice, right? Frustration.
Well, right or wrong, it's all about the perspective.
Mm-hmm. And if it's about the perspective, and my perspective has to be right, or if that's the always how someone looks at it, like my perspective has to be right. There's no
Yeah.
room for any other perspective.
Yeah, you're shutting
Or,
down the creation.
yeah, We're trying to control it.
And the other thing I would say about control is like, how can you really find out like the true self of another person if you're trying to control them? They can't express themselves.
That's right.
So you'll never know how good they are or how bad they are or what was their intention or
So in a way, it's all about cooperating with one's higher self, one's true self, with others' higher self and their true self, so on and so forward, to keep the keep the creation going.
Mm.
It's because we're so fixed on the beginning, the middle, and the end, instead of just saying everything is. Because the end is just a new beginning. If all that mattered was getting to that goal, then when you drive your car, when you get to the finish, does the car then stop driving forever? No, it has to go back then. Or drive another place. It's all just moments in time.
Yes. And it's the most important moment at that time.
Mm-hmm. And the day after, it doesn't really matter.
Unless we hold on to it.
Yeah. Or another person holds on to it.
Yes. And you end up with two people blaming each other.
Mm.
Because they're quote, doing the same thing. Just from their perspective.
Yeah. They want to be right from each other's perspective, and one is saying the other is wrong.
Yep. No, but you did this. Oh, she did this.
And instead of defending, you should just say yes and.
yes, and so
But people won't appreciate that answer. It's like you're being, what is it called? Disrespectful.
Mhm.
But you're actually asking, and where do we go from here then?
Exactly. So we can
Moving up the timeline to the present.
We can heal or we can end.
It's like you're saying, you sat in the mud yesterday. Yeah, but I'm not sitting in it right now.
I experienced that yesterday, a very small piece of it. It was like I got poked, like jabbed at. Thump. And I kept jabbing back little by little by little until I got a response that I didn't like.
Mhm.
It's human nature. Because nobody likes to get told they're wrong. Or they've done something wrong.
Yeah, in this case, they got mad at me.
Yeah, our character cannot handle it.
It just takes a lot of awareness and practice.
Yeah.
But you can't do it all the time because you don't know what the other actually want unless they tell you.
Right?
It's like you have an agreement, you're taking out the trash every second day, and then you take it out every second day, and all of a sudden she says, have you already taken out the trash? Because she had a lot she needed to get into it.
Yep.
Then it's suddenly wrong what you're doing.
You forgot to take out the trash in the bathrooms.
Oh, I can
Because they're
relate.
full now. They're full now. Like, always something. Right? So it's the same thing. It's like there's always something that could be better or different, or it's like nothing. It's not like what was done was good enough. And, there's part of it. We don't recognize that aspect of it, of all that's done. I don't anyway.
I don't think anyone does.
Right.
One
Yeah.
person drives the car and the other one gets it and says, thank you, you just filled up the gas tank. Nobody says that. They don't.
Oh, yeah.
They say, didn't you fill up the gas when it's empty?
Why
They don't
you're like,
when it's full.
yeah, or how someone else would have done it differently. But they're not in that order. It's not framed like that. That's,
It's funny people don't show their appreciation as much as they show when you do for something wrong according to
they're just pointing it out to help you.
them. But when you look at it the other way, then they're just taking you for granted at the other time.
Mm.
You can do everything right 99 times, but it's the one time you do it wrong you're going to hear about. That's the one out
Really,
of the
that's
100 that really counts, that really matters.
mm-hmm. It's the only thing you do here.
And it doesn't help if the other person have had a bad day or a bad experience during the day, because then it actually has nothing to do with you or that one thing.
Yeah.
It's just you're just the one they take it out of. Instead of just telling you, I've had a real bad day, can you please excuse me if my ego goes nuts on you? Then at least we are prepared and know it has nothing to do with us. But that's showing a vulnerability that most people don't like showing.
But they want others to show it.
Yeah, it's okay if they spray you with water, but if you spray back, then it's totally wrong.
Yep. Oh boy, I've done that one.
Once or twice, right?
Yeah.
And we
You
get
can-
water with like more than just a little bit, right? Like just
yeah,
a fire hose.
yeah. And that time is forgotten, of course, in that moment.
It's not easy to predict how another person will react because they might have had liked it yesterday, but today is a different day. Their heart rate is a little faster and they're sweating a little bit, or something else is wrong with the body. It changed since yesterday. So the
Yeah,
mood will change.
yeah,
When we're dealing with something of nature, there are no rules to it, real rules. There are 80% rules. It'll matter 80% of the time it'll go that way, but the last 20 you got to prepare for a different result.
and then it's what we do with that result, right? Can we let it not affect us, like not bother us, like just let it roll off our backs?
Mm. But then that's also wrong, according to the other. Why didn't this affect you like it affected me?
Yeah, I chose not to hang on to it, right? Dwell in it. But that's what I wanted. I wanted you to hurt too. Well, great. Why?
Because they're staying with the hurt, choosing to suffer from it instead of just releasing it.
Can't live with them. Can't live without them.
That's life. Like I said a long time ago, dance if we do, dance if we don't.
Yeah.
Even if you said, how do you think we should do it? Then that will get annoying after a while. Why can't you make a decision on your own? Because then you blame me for it. Ooh, bad words, bad words. Never say that.
Yeah.
I tried all different ways to just go with the flow or first to stroke with the hairs, not work against it in any way, but it'll bite you no matter what. If they want to have an argument, they'll get it.
it's it's my daughter and her cousin. They go to the same school, same class, same friends, right? Junior high girls.
Mm.
Hmm. And she did this, and the other ones, she did this, blah, blah. So they're not getting along in the moment, right? So that's what I was speaking about. And what I was trying to neutrally observe was it is exactly the same. She is handling it just like her mother does.
Good advice. Just spray them both with water. Then they'll both blame
Did,
you for it. They get
Yeah,
a
oh,
did
new
you tell
one.
her that? Did you tell
no,
her that?
no, oh no, oh no,
You're
oh
just
no.
like your mother.
I
What?
know better. I know better than that, Pascal.
Oh, that's just a funny one.
I've got my battle wounds from that one.
Oh my God.
Well, the mother's leading by example.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah, you mirror her very well.
very, very well. Yeah. And if she only took her own advice, that would be amazing. Uh,
They actually sometimes give it while they're doing it
yeah.
and not realize they're actually doing the opposite of what they're saying. But it's
You
all
know,
about
I have my version of it too.
we all do. It's called a personality.
Yeah. For that it attracts together, it also repels.
Mm.
So I took the stance of sometimes it's better not to get into it and just keep quiet
Hmm.
and listen. So that's what I just kept quiet and listened.
Then comes the question, what do you think, Dad? Oh,
Oh no, no, there's none. They got it figured. You are in control. You've got it figured.
oh yeah, that's the age where they know everything.
Yeah.
Forgot that. It's just like someone said, teenagers, they don't ask any questions because they know everything. They should look in the Bible about when Lucifer was rebelling against God. He was probably a teenager. I like that one. I really like that one. I laughed. It doesn't say how old he is, but typical teenager. I want what's best. I know what's best.
Nope. I still don't get why it's my job to put the toilet seat down.
You could say it the other way. Why do we always put the toilet seat down? Can you leave it up?
Exactly. I mean, I gotta put it up. I mean, what's wrong with that? Yes, courtesy, but there's no thank you for that when it's down, huh?
No, it's the one time you forget it, you hear about.
Yeah, yeah, always.
You should just ask the question next time when you know you put it down. Did you see I put the toilet seat down? No appreciation. I didn't hear about
Mm,
that.
Yep,
Sort of catch them in the moment. Because if you can mention the bad times, you should also be mentioning good times.
and be a good, that would be a good ethic.
A good balance, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
Uh,
And imagine how many times they had to say, thank you for putting down the toilet seat.
That's right. Yeah, it
Compared to that one
shows.
time, they're going to go all out. Hey, you did bad, bad, bad. And then it comes with all the other things you don't do.
Yep, always.
I think the toilet seat is just the excuse. It's like if you have one car and both is driving it, do you regulate the seat when you get in or do you regulate it when you go out?
Yeah,
It's all about perspective.
yeah, it is.
But I see they actually made something for that where you have your own card, you put
Yep,
in the computer and then it adjusts for man or woman depending on whose card you're putting in.
yep,
So it remembers the stand for mirrors and everything.
yeah. And they have different number settings, Yep. Yeah,
So you might as well have a scanner on the bed when you walk in. Oh, it's a man. Ooh, toilet seat goes up. It's a
yeah.
woman. Toilet seat goes down.
Or just put it down. It's simple. It's simple. Just put it
And
down.
avoid it altogether.
Yeah, it's simple. It's a simple answer. Why is it so difficult? Oh, and then you hear everything I do is perfect. What? Oh, there's nothing I ever do wrong. Yep.
Well, I only got one answer for that. Then you ain't doing shit.
and
That's
even
the
though
only.
if I do something wrong, like don't point it out.
That's right. Well, yeah. Yeah,
It's sort of like my father said. I might not always be right, but I'm never wrong.
that's right. And don't question it.
That's the worst part if you start questioning it. Or if you point it out, that's even worse.
Mm, crazy animals we are.
Yeah. That's how come we get so many experiences, both positive and negative.
And expect them to all be positives.
Wouldn't they get boring then?
Mm. It doesn't mean our expectations aren't requiring that. Yes, I agree, Heinz. It does get boring.
It's like people say, we would like the sun to shine each day. Well, ask the people in Sahara if they want to rain sometime. Yeah, they're praying for it each day.
Yeah. Or if the sun never set, people would get pretty tired of that too.
Mhm.
Only day, yeah, no night. Or it never
Yeah.
got up. Ooh. It's the variance that makes life interesting.
Yeah. I mean, how we respond to the variance. What's our impulse to the change?
They're making lots of money of it, even in casinos. Just throw two dice and you can't hit two sixes all the time. I don't even know if that's good with two sixes. I never played dice. I know two ones is bad, real bad. Snake eyes, that's the only thing I've heard.
Hey, I just saw a guy like with walking with like his jeans like just in the bottom of his bum, I guess. I don't know like why people are doing that. Is it just a
Mm,
style or is it's comfortable? Because like as soon as they go down a little bit for me, like I want to bring them up. I don't know.
was one hand holding them up?
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, I mean, yes, exactly. It's like,
I don't get it. Is it like a style that like it's cool to have like your pants like you see your bum or what?
oh yeah,
I guess so, eh?
yeah.
It
Maybe
was
I
baggy,
didn't.
Well,
baggy pants
Maybe
was
I
back in time.
because I mirror my dad again, right? I'm just like my dad. He wears his pants. You know, I didn't see him like just holding his pants growing up.
right. I mean,
So,
it drives me nuts to have to hold my pants up.
well, it's something else to hold on.
And then you got your phone in the other hand. I mean, you ain't got a free hand.
Yeah, and he had it, and he had a coffee. He had a
Yeah,
coffee too.
yeah.
I'm like,
And
Jesus.
you can't carry two. You can only carry one coffee.
And it's the way they walk too, right? Like they
Yep.
walk like wide legs because like otherwise they'll drop down all the way down, right? So
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it just sounds like a whole lot more work.
yeah, yeah. I
Maybe he
I
was
don't know.
just trying something new to make it all interesting.
I guess so,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah. It's a style, man. It's a
he
style.
he just showed me like what I don't like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Better have
You
clean
know.
underwear.
Maybe he
Well,
had Calvin Klein underwear and he was showing them off.
no, they were not that good either. Yeah. I don't think he was like showing off his underwear.
No.
I think he just likes his pants down, I guess.
That's a cool thing to do.
I guess so, right? And then he's got his wallet in the back as well, so it's even more heavy. So. It might be
So
sort of
what?
a workout, you know?
Right.
One
Good
side is heavy
exercise.
more than the other.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than trying to hold your pants up. Ugh.
Yeah, and they usually have a chain as well, right? Like,
Yep.
so. Yeah, that's, oh, fascinating this morning.
I mean, some people just haven't found a belt yet. That's okay.
No, he's got a belt. That's the thing. He's got a belt.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, he had a belt. That's the thing. Like, that's the funniest thing. I guess he bought it too big.
Yep.
Maybe he's lost a lot of weight since the last time he used it. He just put it in the regular hole and everything. I said, oh my God, they're falling off.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe that's it.
I'm gonna go with it's intentional. I see too many people doing it.
Maybe his dad is like that too. You know,
Yeah.
he's just mirroring him. You know, I'm
Or
just like
his
my
dad,
dad.
or his dad told him to pull his pants up, and he said, "No, I'm pulling down."
That's it. Maybe that
Yep.
too. Hmm?
Yep. We always do
I
the
think
opposite of what we're told.
I think
Yeah.
a way of almost mooning everybody.
Yeah. Mm. Well, guys,
I'll,
thanks for a great morning.
I'll make
Thanks,
sure like
JP.
to have like my pants like so high so like Kai will wear them like, you know, because there's other people that they cover their belly button with their pants, you know. I've seen
Yeah.
that too. That's another one that
Suspenders.
with suspender, yeah. Yeah, they have a
Yeah.
belt plus a suspender, so
Yeah.
It seems like our kids tend to do the opposite for a while.
right. Right. Well, I see it already,
Yep.
you know. You want to give him milk and then like saying, no, no. And then mom comes and he's like, yeah, I want milk. It's like, okay then.
Oh, yeah. You weren't doing it good enough, Pascal.
Yeah, I guess not. I guess not.
Well, guys, thanks for sharing Saturday with me. Have a great day.
Have a blessed day,
Thanks
all
for
of
the
you.
Yeah, you
laughs.
too, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for the
Great.
language.
Yeah.
Bye. Love and hugs.
Bye.